Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of Theory Crafting. It's been a little while, because it's been busy. It's been the holidays. Holidays are over. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to catch up with the 4 episodes that I missed, and it should be good. It's been almost 4 weeks since the last one. Yeah, I think next year I'm probably going to plan in advance some sort of vacation on the holidays. Not to vacation, but just because the holidays are really busy and it's really hard to keep up with that sort of thing. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Ciconia Phase 1, Chapter 6. It's called, just a second, An Identity Confusion Violation, and I just read it. And it starts off with Jaden's all upset because if you remember, in the last chapter of Phase 1, Jaden, he creeped out Meow a lot because Meow is really two people, Meow and Meow. Kind of confusing when you're just hearing the words, but they're spelled differently. One is like the meow of a cat, and that's the girl meow. And the other is like meow, Miyaao, and that's the boy meow. And Jaden was mixing up the girl for the boy meow, and it was creeping out the boy meow a lot. Because Jaden had a crush on the girl meow. So in this one, at the beginning, he's talking to all the different boys. Jaden is talking to all the different boys from the different factions, from the different army factions, asking what he should do. And at the same time, Meow is asking all the girls from the different factions what she should do, what he or she should do. They're both there. Both Meows are there. So he and she, I guess. They're two different people. So it didn't say much. I didn't think that there was anything important in those two sections, but I could be very wrong. So it's just like at the end they get Gunhild to set them up a male bonding thing that they can go to, which is something that I guess was in a whole bunch of animes or something. So yeah, they do this male bonding thing. And it doesn't go directly to the male bonding thing. This is actually important. It goes to evil Meow. There's the third Meow. Prophet Meow is what they call him. Or her. And this Meow is just inside Meow's head so far. So far as we know, hasn't taken control of her physical body. Or his physical body. Just been hanging out, telling Meow things. Meow's dad, Tojiro, he probably has one of these things in his head because, if I remember correctly, he was known as like kind of a prophet. Like he could tell what's going to happen, and he might have even created he might have created a prophet program for himself, and he might have put one in Meow's head, because I feel like he's got something very similar to that too. Either that or someone else put it into his head when he was young. Who knows? But he very much likely has a prophet in his head as well. So Meow, the prophet, is saying that everybody's gonna die unless Meow can kill the three kings. And this is the first time that Meow has heard of the three kings. So that's pretty interesting, and it kind of gives the reader kind of a goal that we know that the character is supposed to look for. It's killing the three kings. So we know that if the three kings are killed, then it'll stop. However, it could just be, maybe it could be like Umineko, where they say that if you solve the epitaph, then the murders will stop. But then even in the ones where they solved the epitaph, the murders didn't stop. It just switched who was doing the murders. But who knows? Maybe if they kill the three kings, it'll actually stop. It'll be closer to Higurashi. But for now, that's all we really know about that. And then there's a funny little scene where the three sisters from that religious sect, they pop up, and they're all like, "Yeah, we're here to help with the love or whatever." And then nobody's there, so then they leave. And then Prophet Meow saying they'll all die if you don't get the three kings. And then it shows what the male bonding thing is, and Jaden and Meow are beating each other up, and they're having a good time. And Jaden says he's going to help Meow train, so that's good. And then it goes to Tojiro, and we get we actually, if you're reading this for the first time, then you don't actually know that it is Meow's dad at this point. So, yeah, I think I've just been saying that, but for anyone who hasn't read it and doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say Meow's dad, Tojiro is Meow's dad. Spoiler alert. Okay. So, he is hanging out. He goes to this place, and I guess he sent some guy some music that was really cool and hard to play, and so he owed some ATOM-S blueprints, so they're sending ATOM-S blueprints back and forth, and they don't know who stole it apparently. And then it explains how way back ATOM-S was made before World War III, but the government didn't allow them to use them until after World War III, when the world was completely fucked and was going to freeze over. They were able to use these ATOM-S things to purify the air, fix everything, and that's the only reason that the Earth hadn't been destroyed, was because of these little nanobots called ATOM-S that go into the atmosphere and they fix everything. And there were ATOM-S's that were changing people's bodies, and people started getting upset about it at first, but then after 100 years, people don't care about it anymore. It's just a fact of life. That's basically what happened. And you know what? Once you put out all those nanomachines, you can't expect to get them back. It's like releasing the pillow of feathers, you know? So what can you do? And then that's the end, except Valentina. Either Valentina or Mary Carmen, sorry. I forget. Comes and talks to him, and going to bring him to someone else. And that's where it ends. That's exactly where it ends. And there's nothing else really. Any theories that I had with that, I'm pretty sure I discussed it. And that's the end.